Imagine a warm and hearty vegan chili that's bursting with flavors from a medley of mixed beans, fresh vegetables, and aromatic spices. It's a comforting bowl that's not only satisfying but also packed with nutrients. Start by sautéing an onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and a bell pepper in a large pot using olive oil. Once the onions turn translucent, throw in 2 cups of mixed beans, 1 cup of corn, and 2 cans of diced tomatoes. Stir in a tablespoon each of chili powder and cumin, then let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Add salt and pepper to taste. Garnish with fresh cilantro before serving. Remember, the key ingredients are mixed beans, fresh vegetables, and aromatic spices. The process is simple: sauté, stir in, and simmer. Scene script: picture a plate of vegan spaghetti bolognese, where the traditional meat sauce is replaced by a rich and hearty lentil sauce. It's a classic dish that's been given a vegan twist. Begin by cooking a cup of lentils until tender. In a separate pan, sauté an onion and 2 cloves of garlic in olive oil. Add a grated carrot and a diced bell pepper. Stir in a can of crushed tomatoes, a teaspoon of dried oregano, and the cooked lentils. Let it simmer for about 15 minutes before seasoning with salt and pepper. Serve over cooked spaghetti and garnish with fresh basil. The key to this dish is the lentil sauce made with fresh vegetables and herbs. The steps are straightforward: cook, sauté, stir in, and simmer. Scene script: picture a bowl of vegan coconut curry, a fragrant, spicy, and creamy dish that's perfect with a side of rice. Start by sautéing an onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and a tablespoon of grated ginger in a large pot using coconut oil. Add a tablespoon of curry powder and stir until fragrant. Add a can of coconut milk, a cup of diced tomatoes, and 2 cups of mixed vegetables. Let it simmer until the vegetables are tender. Season with salt and pepper before serving. The key ingredients for this dish are curry powder, coconut milk, and mixed vegetables. The process involves sautéing, stirring in the curry powder, adding the remaining ingredients, and simmering until done. Envision a plate of vegan shepherd's pie, a comforting dish filled with lentils and vegetables, topped with creamy mashed potatoes. Begin by cooking a cup of lentils until tender. In a separate pan, sauté an onion and 2 cloves of garlic in olive oil. Add 2 cups of mixed vegetables and the cooked lentils. Pour in a cup of vegetable broth and let it simmer until the liquid is reduced. Meanwhile, prepare the mashed potatoes by boiling 4 potatoes until tender, then mashing them with a bit of almond milk and salt. Layer the lentil mixture in a baking dish, top with the mashed potatoes, and bake for 20 minutes. Remember, the key components are the lentil mixture and the creamy mashed potatoes. The steps involve cooking, sautéing, simmering, and baking. Scene script: picture a bowl of vegan pad thai, a flavorful dish filled with rice noodles, tofu, and vegetables, all tossed in a tangy sauce. Start by soaking a package of rice noodles in warm water until soft. In a pan, sauté an onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and a block of diced tofu in sesame oil. Add a cup of mixed vegetables and the softened noodles. Stir in a sauce made from tamarind paste, soy sauce, and coconut sugar. Cook until everything is well combined. The key elements of this dish are the rice noodles, tofu, and tangy sauce. The process involves soaking, sautéing, and stirring until everything is well combined. Imagine a vegan pizza, topped with a rich tomato sauce, a variety of vegetables, and a sprinkle of vegan cheese. Begin by spreading a thin layer of tomato sauce on a pre-made pizza crust. Top with a variety of sliced vegetables such as bell peppers, mushrooms, and olives. Sprinkle with a generous amount of vegan cheese and bake for about 15 minutes, or until the crust is golden and the cheese is melted. The key components of this dish are the pizza crust, tomato sauce, vegetables, and vegan cheese. The steps are simple: spread, top, and bake. Envision a vegan lasagna, layered with pasta, a rich tomato lentil sauce, and a creamy vegan bechamel. Start by cooking a cup of lentils until tender. In a separate pan, sauté an onion and 2 cloves of garlic in olive oil. Add a can of crushed tomatoes, the cooked lentils, and a teaspoon of dried oregano. Let it simmer for about 15 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare the vegan bechamel by melting a tablespoon of vegan butter in a saucepan, then stirring in a tablespoon of flour and a cup of almond milk. Assemble the lasagna by layering the pasta, tomato lentil sauce, and bechamel in a baking dish. Bake for about 25 minutes. Remember, The key components are the tomato lentil sauce and the creamy vegan bechamel. The steps involve cooking, sautéing, simmering, and baking. Picture a bowl of vegan ramen, a comforting dish filled with noodles, tofu, and vegetables, all in a flavorful broth. Start by boiling a package of ramen noodles until soft. In a separate pot, sauté an onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and a block of diced tofu in sesame oil. Add a variety of sliced vegetables and pour in a liter of vegetable broth. Let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Add the cooked noodles and serve. The key elements of this dish are the ramen noodles, tofu, and flavorful broth. The process involves boiling, sautéing, and simmering. Imagine a vegan burger made from a hearty black bean patty and served with a side of crispy sweet potato fries. Begin by mashing a can of black beans in a bowl. Add a diced onion, 2 cloves of minced garlic, a cup of breadcrumbs, and a tablespoon of cumin. Form into patties and bake for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, slice 2 sweet potatoes into fries, toss with olive oil and a sprinkle of salt, and bake until crispy. Remember, the key components are the black bean patty and the sweet potato fries. The steps involve mashing, forming, and baking. Envision a vegan sushi roll, filled with a variety of fresh vegetables and perfectly cooked sushi rice. Start by cooking a cup of sushi rice according to package instructions. Spread a thin layer of rice on a sheet of nori. Arrange a variety of sliced vegetables such as cucumber, avocado, and bell pepper on the rice. Roll tightly using a sushi mat and slice into bite-sized pieces. The key components of this dish are the sushi rice, nori, and fresh vegetables. The process involves cooking, spreading, arranging, rolling, and slicing.